Okay, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the craft room. Welcome to my Monday morning crafting. Apologies, it's a little bit earlier than my normal Monday mornings. And I popped it on the calendar. I thought I had an appointment later this morning, but now my calendar's changed and I don't have an appointment anymore. So I'm thinking maybe I should have gone a bit later, but anyway, everyone was all ready to go. I'm just going to turn off the overhead light. Bear with me. It's just it confuses the camera sometimes to have so many lights on. So I'll just stick with my crafting lights, and we'll see how we go. Very, very dark in Tassie today, or very, very dark in Hobart. We've had some rain overnight, and it's cloudy, so the sun is struggling to get through to us today, but hopefully it will later on when it gets a bit warmer. So get these cards out of the way, then I'm going to pop to the gym. Hopefully pop to the gym if my natural lethargy doesn't take over, which it has been these days. I've got a couple of ladies on Facebook. We've got Jan on Facebook and Evelyn and Tammy as well. And I've got Donna. What I found on the internet called, it's a bit like a gate, I suppose, but the gate's a bit fancy, a bit special. It has the sort of the W or M fold. What's a W when you look at it that way? On the side there, and it closes over like that. So it's sort of like a combination of a sort of a gate and a Z, I suppose, or something like that. Anyway, a little bit complicated, a little bit special. It looks really nice when it's out open on display like that. I think it's a great way of showing off your favourite designer series paper if you've got some that you want to use. And I think it's really lovely. So this one is we're using the Paper Rose stuff because I've bought so much of it since I resigned from Stampin' Up. We're using, this one is the Be Happy, the BEE Happy paper and ephemera. So he's a really cute little honey gnome there. So he's really cute. And this morning I popped one together, which I think is going to be my Mother's Day card here. And this one is called the Primrose Garden. It is just so pretty, so soft and feminine. Just so nice. This is Primrose Garden. I've made a few cards with the Primrose Garden in the last little while because I bought the 12 by 12 paper and I want to use it all up. So it's on there. I'll pop them all up on my Facebook page when we're finished. But anyway, so soft. As I say, I think this one's going to be my Mother's Day card. So that's two I've made with this fold already. The one we're going to make today together is another Paper Rose product. It's called Rustic Spring. A few of you may recognise it from the card we did last night in Come Craft with me. So it's really lovely. It's obviously got flowers and things for spring, but it's got a whole lot of other things as well. You can use it for birthdays and just congratulations and get well soon. It's just a whole beautiful range there. So I'm actually putting together a class with this collection for April, I'd say. We'll do the class. And I'm thinking at this stage it's going to be 8 cards. So that's a little bit more than the classes I've put together before. Obviously, because this is an Australian, well, not obviously, because nothing's obvious these days, because it's an Australian range, I think, it doesn't have to come very far. So it's a little bit more reasonably priced than some of the stuff we've featured before. So anyway, so we'll get on with this one. And as I say, watch out in the Facebook page and for the upcoming Rustic Spring card class. Okay, so this card, I've popped the measurements into the description of the video and on Facebook. So if you want to have a look at the description, you can grab the instructions. And if you're crafting along, because I did pop the instructions up last night, and I know a couple of ladies were saying they would like to make this one. If you're crafting along, please let me know. Just pop it in the comments. And if you have any questions or you want me to slow down, please say so. Anyway, so it's a 5.5 by 11 card base. And I've scored it at every 1 3/4 for the first 4 scores. So I think that's 1 3/4, 3.5, 5 1/4, and 7. Okay, and that leaves the 4-inch end there. So So it folds over like that in the envelope. I've gone 5.5, which is a little bit smaller than our normal card base in A4, only because if you do that, a 5.5 there, you can get the rest of the pieces of cardstock that you need out of the one sheet of A4 with a little bit left over. So if you go much higher, you can't get these other pieces out of the A4 and you have to start another one. So that's me with my mind always to sort of keep things economical and cut down on waste. So yeah, 5.5 high, and then you can get the 2 3/4 out of the rest of your A4 cardstock. Okay, so let's get this together. I'm going, as I say, this is the rustic spring. And I suppose if you're watching in the Northern Hemisphere, you've got your spring coming. We're looking at our autumn now, so we're a little bit, it's wishful thinking, I suppose, as far as that's concerned. I've picked a couple of papers from that collection. This one's really nice. It's got little sort of like background of flowers with what looks like little photographs and things, and that will show you how I chose to decorate this one when we're finished. So we've got 2 pieces of, and I'm hoping I've got it all because Benjamin pushed me aside when he came and took over my craft room last night, and I'm hoping he's pushed everything aside at the right places, or else we're in trouble. So anyway, yes, it looks like he has. So I've got the card base. Then take 1/4 of an inch off each of those panels, and you get the size of the designer series paper, and you alternate them between the front side and a contrast. So I've got the pretty paper here in the first, third, and final panel, and then just a pretty sort of contrasty blue in the middle too. Okay, so that's the two types of designer series paper. If you're lucky, like I did with the what was it, Primrose Garden, that is actually the other side of that. So I just had to use one piece, and I could get all that on there. So yeah, it's very, very pretty, that one. Okay, so let's pop these in. I think I'm safe to pop these on. As I say, the measurements are in the YouTube description, or if you're watching through Facebook, they're in the Facebook description as well. Well, it should be. If not, yell at me and I'll pop them in. It should be automated with my streaming. Anyway, so I hope everyone's really well. I hope you're getting a little bit warmer if you're watching in the Northern Hemisphere. We have that lovely, if anyone knows Tassie weather, we have generally have a lovely settled period of time between late summer and autumn, and we're just sort of coming to the end of that. It's just so you end up with, lovely warm weather and just a little bit of rain here and there, but it's the best time if you're ever thinking of coming to Tassie. That would be my recommendation, sort of late summer. Summer usually takes a while to kick in Tassie, so you get to sort of about January, mid-January, and you think, where's summer going to start? And then it often doesn't start till February. Okay, so that's our 5 pieces of patterned paper. I keep going to call it designer series paper, but it's patterned paper now. Okay, so there we are. The base I'm using here is a Stampin' Up one. It's Misty Moonlight, just in case you're wondering what that colour is. As I say, I can't sell you Stampin' Up stuff anymore, but if you wanted to buy something that you saw in one of my videos, please reach out, because I do have my ex-team members who would love the orders from you. Deb, for example, and Rose, who are watching at the moment. Hi, guys. Okay, so that's our the main card base. Now we've got this little sort of mini card base here. And it's similar to when we're doing sort of like a joy fold. This one's actually going to be the opposite way. So the score is going to be on the right-hand side. So we just need to pop some paper on that. So I've got more of that the second designer series paper, second pattern paper I used on our card base. I'm just going to use that on that, just as a little contrast, but to keep the themes happening. Thank you for the ladies who popped along to come craft with me last night. I think we had a nice time, although none of you, I think one or two of you did the card. The rest of you were happy to watch. So I am waiting to see the cards that you eventually produce. I saw one of Kay's. She said she was going to make another one. I saw Tammy's as well, which was very cute. I think she's got the bug. I think she'll try some other ones now. It's nice, isn't it, to see a card that you like and then just try various sort of iterations of it, various patterns. That's what I'm finding with this one, sort of doing with lots of different papers, and they all seem slightly different. So that's our little mini card. So how we attach that to this is we just grab our glue, pop a little bit. It doesn't have to be very far along or very much, just on either end of the inside of the card. Fold this baby closed and slip them under so it goes all the way like into the very middle of the card and then on the outside as well. Slip it under, sort of wiggle it. As with our multi-purpose glue, we can wiggle a little bit, which is great. Just forgive me, I've moved down the page there a bit. I am looking forward to having my craft room back again when I don't have to move everything. This is my natural crafting position, but Benjamin's got me moved down this way, so I need to go that way a little bit. So just firm that down so it catches on the back and the front, and there you've got your little side accordion happening nicely there. I've gone too far, I'll come back there. Okay, so that's basically our card base. I love that paper, it's really nice. And it goes well with the contrast as well. So we're just going to decorate this. We've got two more things to do, but I'll bring that. But we'll do the decorating first. I'm keen to jump ahead. Now, from the Rustic Spring collection, you can get the die cuts, which are all really beautiful and embossed. So you get that lovely shine out of them. In fact, I haven't used much bling since I've been using this range because it seems to just have the pretty shine anyway. So I haven't needed to, although I probably will. Lots and lots of beautiful decorating possibilities there. As I say, that is going to be a class for for Australian customers, probably towards the end of March and into April. So watch out for that if you like this. But as I said, I think that looks like a series of spring photographs all sort of laying on a surface, on a table. So I thought, well, I'll stick with the theme. Out of the die cuts is a cute little camera. So I thought, well, if you're going to take photos, then chances are you've got a camera somewhere in the scene. And then just a little tag with some spring flowers. And I'm going to use this one, which is Feel Better Soon. So we all unfortunately need Get Well Soon cards. So I thought I'll pop that there, and that's my decoration for the front of this one. So I'll do that. Now, the little camera I might pop on dimensionals, foam squares. It is going to take a while to get out of the terms, isn't it? I saw recently that Stampin' Up! Had their big on stage, so I don't know if anyone went to that one. I saw some footage of the Australian event in Sydney. Everyone looked like they were having a lovely time, and I think Donna, my old upline, was actually going live in this time slot. So anyone who joins me, thank you for joining me. You could have otherwise there was Donna on her channel, which she was talking about the new products and things that they received. So I might have to watch the replay. Still like to keep involved, just stemming up stuff. There's some good stuff. I love the colours. I love the cardstock. There's a whole series of things that are pretty special about it. I've got that. Just bring that up a little bit. I just wanted that tag to be behind my camera a little bit. Okay, and then I'll pop my Feel Better Soon. Somebody's just sent me a message. Don't you hate that? I told my family chat group that I was going to the gym yesterday and I wouldn't be available for half an hour. And as I was sitting there on the machines, my phone was sitting on this little cradle at the top, at the front of the class, just a little charging station that they have. And I'm sitting there doing my workout, and all I could hear was ping, ping, ping as I was getting all these messages, I thought to myself, yeah, man, I told you I was uncontactable. But anyway, I still tried. Okay, so that's the decoration I'm putting at the front there, just as a little feel better soon, get well soon card. There we are. Now, opening it up, obviously I haven't got anywhere to write on this one yet, so I've got a little 2 3/4 inch of our Misty Moonlight, 2.5 inch of our white. I'm going to pop that onto that. It'll just be our follow-on sentiment or our message, whatever you want. There we go. And then I'm going to hide that in behind our little mini card there. So you won't be able to see it when the card is closed, but it'll be revealed as you open it up. So I'm going to pop it in guesstimate, sort of about the same position as that when it closes. Oh, I got it first time. There we are. So that's where that little internal sentiment is there. Okay, close that over and you don't see it, and then you open it up and you can. You could pop something else on there. I know there's a couple of little cute things in here. There's a little blue bow I could use. There's these little folded envelopes with little blue ribbon are quite cute. You could pop that on there. Would that be the way it went? Or that way? Probably that way, I'd say. Very, very cute as well. But I might just leave that plain because I want to use all of these wonderful things on cards of their own at some stage. So there we are. So that's our side accordion fold card for our rustic spring. So we've got our rustic spring. We've got our Be Happy. He's cute. I like that one. And gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous is the Primrose Garden. I think it's Primrose Garden. I think it is. Yeah, Primrose Garden. As I say, I think that's going to be my Mother's Day card. So hopefully Mum will like that one when she gets it. I can't see why not. So there's our 3 separate designs. As you can see, you can make it fun, quirky, you make it floral. Yeah, it's a wonderful design. Great to show off that favourite designer series paper if you have one. But anyway, so that's a quickie, isn't it? That's very, very quickie there. Probably half an hour and we're done. No, 15 minutes and we're done. So anyway, there we go. So thanks for watching, guys. Enjoy the rest of your week and your Monday and the rest of your week. And I will see you all again next time. Okay. Bye, everyone.